So let's say we have some users and they have their fundamentals down, they have their computer set up, like they're all set, ready to go. What will you think is their next step?
I think there are three apps that I would build, and I like the idea of framing learning into projects because I think it's the most rewarding. So I think there are three apps that an iOS developer should learn and build. So the first would be a 100% local app. What I mean by that is the app runs completely on the phone. There's no need for APIs. There's no need for database work. For me personally, I was building a really simple two-player tic-tac-toe game. For others, it could be, I don't know, some music player or some camera app, but just something that runs completely on the device, and that would just be for them to learn how to work with view controllers, how to build UI, how to kind of organize their functions and logic in that way. The second app would be an app that leverages one really simple API. So for me, that was a flight search app where basically I could deliver to users different flight options based on their location, and there's a really easy public API that I could use that would just plug in dates and location and destination, and it would give back a list of flights. And it was really simple, but I think learning about that, learning about how to make a call, how to code in an asynchronous way, how to handle things like that, I think that was really important. And then finally is kind of drip. This is where I'm at, which is how to build an app with a database, with API calls, with handling different clients talking to each other. I think that's the third app that got me to be able to be effective in an iOS job. So that was the final progression.
Did you do networking with other software engineers or community building or work with other communities? Did you do that, and do you recommend it?
I definitely recommend it. I don't know how much I actually did. I was blessed to have an internship before the full-time job, because that's kind of the whole reason why I got the full-time offer. I think networking is really important. I have never gotten a job through just applying. It's always been reaching out to people, getting to know people, networking before getting anywhere close to application.
Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. So lastly, let's say we have our users who have not, breaking into the industry yet. Do you have any particular things those users should do to break into the industry?
There are a few things. I think finding a mentor is really valuable. So just someone who can, who's done it before, and who has some foresight in your journey, I think that's important. What else I think just reaching out, talking to people. I think the biggest thing for me was just going out and trying to build something. That was the most important. And then when I started building things and then I realized I'm approaching this all wrong, or I'm being forced to learn I'm trying to fit this technical concept into this part of my app and it's not really working, then it sheds a lot of light into what I do need to learn, and how, what skills I should build to break into the market. Also, just building your own apps. If you can get a single app on the App Store, just even my little tic-tac-toe app got me way more callbacks on my resume. And that app was like 50 lines of code. and it's just insane that the amount of credibility that you automatically get.